Today we're going to show you how to change your Waterman pre-filter cartridge. You should change your pre-filter every 4 months or sooner if you see it turn dark brown, so that it can continue to remove dirt and undissolved solids from your water. Changing the pre-filter regularly also helps the large main filtration tank function at its best. Here are the things you're going to need: a bucket to catch water, a new pre-filter cartridge, a plastic wrench, some silicone grease, and a rag for cleanup. Before we begin, take a minute to understand how water flows through your water filtration system. The arrows represent the water flow. Your installation may differ slightly, but the basic structure will be the same. The water always flows to the pre-filter first, and then to the main filter, and back into your home. Before you get started, make sure that no person or appliance is using the water in your home while you're doing this. Especially make sure that no one is in the shower. Step 1 is to shut off your water. Find where your water comes into your home. Follow this pipe to your water filter. Before you reach the pre-filter housing, you will find a shutoff valve. Close it by turning the handle clockwise until it makes a T, like this. Continue to follow the water flow through the main tank to find the valve on the other side of your water filtration system. Close it as well. You have now isolated the water filtration system from the flow of water. Step 2 is to release the water pressure between the valves you have just closed. First, place your bucket below the working area. One way to release the water pressure is to repeatedly press, hold, and release the red button on top of the pre-filter housing, allowing water to flow out from under the red button and into the bucket below. Do not use the red button if your unit has a direct pressure release pipe installed as shown. Instead, simply place the bucket under the pipe and open the valve. A small amount of water that is under pressure will be released immediately into the bucket. Once the pressure is released, be sure to close the release valve. Step 3. Open the pre-filter housing and remove the dirty pre-filter cartridge. To do this, place the provided round plastic wrench on the pre-filter housing with the wrench handle pointing toward you. The handle of the wrench should move from your right to your left. While holding the wrench and housing in place, strike the wrench handle quickly and firmly using the palm of your right hand. If the housing doesn't loosen when you hit the wrench sharply with your palm, the water pressure wasn't released fully. Go back and repeat step 2. Once the jar is loosened, use your hands to unscrew it all the way and dump the water and used filter cartridge into your bucket for discarding. Be careful not to drop the clear pre-filter housing. Step 4. Installing the new white pre-filter cartridge. First, use a dab of the provided silicone grease on your finger to lubricate the black O-ring inside the now empty pre-filter housing. The new cartridge is a 5-micron sediment filter designed to remove dirt and undissolved solids before the water gets to the main filter. Remove the plastic wrapper from the new filter cartridge and place it in the housing so that it fits over the knob on the bottom. Using your hands, screw the housing back into the pre-filter head. Be careful to keep the housing and cartridge centered while you're turning it. Once the housing is finger tight, use the wrench again to simply snug it to the top of the housing. Be sure not to over-tighten. Step 5 is to turn the water back on. Double check to make sure that the pressure release valve is closed, if you have one, and that the pre-filter housing is secure. Dry the pre-filter housing completely using a rag. Now you're ready to turn the water back on. Open the valve on the pre-filter side a quarter of the way and allow the pre-filter housing to fill with water. Now open the other valve on the outside of the main tank all the way. Go to the first valve on the pre-filter side and open it all the way. Check for leaks. If you find a leak, turn both valves off and start over at step number 2. If everything looks good, you have successfully changed your pre-filter. Well done! Thank you for taking the time to learn about proper maintenance of your Waterman filtration system. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.